Roflo, you know why we think that way, though?
Why is that?
Because of some of the characters that are putting on the Boston Red Sox uniforms. The Kenley Jansens and this dude right here. This guy, Justin Turner, for me, is the ultimate utility player turned into superstar. All of us, that's who I was when I came to the big leagues. I was a double switch guy. I was a get a bunt down, all of that stuff, trying to add value to stay in the big leagues in hopes that one day one manager would think I was good enough to play every day. And he kept fighting. Not only does he play every day, I mean, this guy's been one of the best hitters in the game for a decade. Before we get in, and this is an Eric Nays researcher to the Stars board that kind of blew my mind. Capalbo, put up the comp to George Brett. Okay? We're talking Hall of Famer. Age 29 to 38 comp. I get it. He was in the big leagues a lot longer than that. And it was a reach early with Baltimore and New York. But when he cut his teeth with LA and has since moved on, he's got numbers that are on par with the greatest players of all time in George Brett. And we'll get into his postseason stuff. You take a look at this. Batting average, 295. On base, similar. Slug, it's all the same. So it's pretty impressive what he turned himself into. He bet on himself. He changed his swing. And then we'll get into Cora and how he feels about him. So let's ride this out because he has been the perfect. They basically flipped him and JD Martinez. And it's pretty crazy. Both are working out, but it's hard for me to think this guy walked out the Dodgers door and he fits perfectly into Fenway Park. The way he's able to catch the ball out front, he can drive the ball the other way in Yankee Stadium, little short porch and right. But when he's in Fenway, he knows if I get out and around something, it's going off the green monster. Capalbs, I don't want to screw you up, but can you bring up the line drive percentage board? Check out this one. Highest fly ball line drive percentage since the start of 2022.
Wow.
You got Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, Mookie, Eugenio, and Justin Turner. So 60% of the time, he's catching the ball out front, which he's trying to accomplish. And it sets up well for Fenway Park. Give me a side angle real quick. Get back into this. So pause this real quick. Run it slow. I want everyone to, I mean, you talk about changing everything up, run this slow. Pause. You want to be in your most powerful position to deliver a blow to the baseball. I mean, he is creating almost like a wave.
Like a pitcher.
Like a wave of energy. I always create. If you go to the beach, you see the tide go out, you see the next wave building, man. That's what you're doing at the plate. I'm building to deliver a blow to the baseball. Run this. And then he is almost pushing his hands to catch everything out front. He talked about this change back in the day in LA in spring training. Lucas, can we get to that sound?
You know, one of the things I always thought with a leg kick was I wanted to stay back and let the ball get deep. And about 3 years ago, I kind of changed my whole mindset and wanted to gain some ground and get forward and try to catch the ball in front. And that's allowed me to get the ball in the air more often and get the ball on the pull side a little bit better. You know, when I was in New York, I couldn't pull a ball to save my life.
I know the feeling. Pause this. You have to be result-based. You don't know when your next start's coming and when 4 ABs is coming. And then over here, I'm in the lineup every day, and I'm going to make a difference. I got it. So here he is fighting for his life, spread out, sticking his nose in. Still had a little leg kick. You could see the remnants of what he wanted to become. And then he eventually gets over to LA, and everything changes for him. Everything. And he has turned into an absolute monster, a leader of men. And in the biggest moments, he has always come through. An 830 OPS with 13 homers in 86 postseason games. 2017 NLCS co-MVP with Chris Taylor. 3-run bomb in Game 2 of the 2017 NLCS off John Lackey. He's done it off Wainwright. He's done it off Keuchel. It does not matter. He's done it in the biggest moments all the time, catching the ball out front. So he's reinvented himself. He's turned himself into one of the best hitters in the sport. And his manager came on yesterday as a surprise guest and had this to say about him.
I do believe the most important guy right now in that clubhouse is Justin Turner. I knew he was a good player. I knew he was a great person, a great teammate, but to leave it on a daily basis, the conversations, sitting in my office just talking about the game, I get caught during games. I call him over. I say, hey, this is the reason we're doing this, because I do believe he's going to be a manager whenever he decides to retire. Whenever he doesn't have an 850 OPS,
Exactly.
that's when he's going to become a manager. But it's been refreshing.
I mean, what amazing words for your manager to say, and he's not lying. Look at this. Players with a 120 weighted runs created plus or higher in each of the last 10 seasons. There's 3 guys. Trout, who's on a whole nother planet, and then Freddie Free and Justin Turner. So Justin Turner, hats off to you, man. You are one of, the guys that I tip my cap to, because I know how hard you had to work to become the player you are.
Yeah, he's the ultimate don't give up story. DFA'd, non-tendered by Baltimore and New York to this.
No, that takes a lot. And I love that number because I knew he was good. I did not realize he was that good. Great stuff, DeRosa. Good job.